Hello everybody and welcome back down the creek. My name is Justin and I want to take a minute to thank you for coming back to see another video. If you like tips and tricks, gear reviews like this one, and fishing videos, then you're in the right place and I suggest you start by hitting that subscribe button and turning the bell on so you're notified when we post new content. Today's video is sponsored by Plusino. They seen that I had a problem, they sent me a product that they thought they could help me out. I use a garage door storage rack mounting system for my fishing rod storage, and I did a video on that which I will link here, but it is kind of hard, I'll admit, to get the day-to-day rods that I use all the time in and out of the rack, and a lot of times when I start fishing I open the garage door so they're way up at top. So they have a 6-rod fishing pole rack or fishing rack, and they sent it to me to check out, and we're going to do it together. So stay tuned for the video. We're going to check this thing out uncut, raw. You guys are going to see it as I do. So let's get into that video. Okay guys, here it is. Plusino's portable fishing rod rack. And it holds 6 rods and we're going to check it out. I have not opened this box. We're going to look at it together and see exactly what I get and what you would get from them if you were to purchase this on Amazon. That was anticlimactic, guys. It's a box inside of a box. Alright, so let's get rid of this box and we'll do this again. So the packaging is pretty good. They didn't have anything in there to cushion the portable fishing rod holder, but it looked pretty sturdy online, so let's see. So in the box, let's get the knife out of the way. What we get is our rod tubes and our legs, and that's it. That box is empty. That sends with the instruction manual. And let's see, I wonder if I need any tools for this. It does not appear that I even need tools for this, which is a good thing, because not everybody is good with tools. So let's get the pieces out here. Get rid of this plastic. Rid of this plastic. Alright, so let's see how we put this together. So we got our 2 rod tubes. Looks like we got our pillars here, and that would be our feet. I mean, without looking the directions over too much, it doesn't look too complicated. So let's check the directions. Yes, everyone's saying you don't read the directions, but we're going to check the directions just to see what they say. It's pretty straightforward. There's like 4 steps, so I mean that's not overcomplicated. The only thing I was worried about is more or less which end goes into the feet first, and it looks like, according to these pictures, that the long end goes into the feet. So we'll put that in there, put this in here, and then this goes sideways. Tighten that down. It looks like it's, at least my first impression of it is it's extremely adjustable, which is a good thing. You know, you can tailor it to your needs. So let's see. I don't know exactly the spacing I'm going to need, so I'm just going to ballpark it for now. And then we'll tweak it as we go. Well, that didn't work. Try that again. Oh, neither did that. There we go. Now that's starting to do its job. Alright, this is for the blooper reels, guys. Now we're getting somewhere. So let's get the first one in before it falls down again and makes me look like a fool. Alright, so pretty self-explanatory. It looks like there's a little button here and a little button here. I imagine that there's holes. There's holes on the bottom there. So what we'll do is we'll push that little button in, almost like you would a tent or a pop-up enclosure. Gotta adjust the screw a little bit, looks like. There we go. Bam, first one's in. Now we're gonna get the second one in. Let's see here. So it's kind of idiot proof. I just went to install that wrong and it wouldn't let me. So what I need to do is actually rotate this, because the hole that I need is that direction. So that's a good thing. So we'll get this back up there. Let's see if we can get this locked in. Bam. Alright, so that's pretty good for the most part. So there we go, guys. We're already halfway there. We've only been doing this for a couple seconds, and I only looked at the directions a couple times. Not that I really needed to. I definitely probably could have did that, if that's a word, definitely probably could have did that, without even looking at the directions. Looks like there's a few little pieces of aluminum that, like, from when they milled it, that came out, but I don't think it's going to affect anything. And we'll just attach, well, let's start at the bottom. It was easier to do the bottom, I think, first. So we'll lock that one in, and we'll lock that one in. Well, there we go. This one in, and this one in. Alright, so we should be able to loosen these up, all four of these, and adjust this on how high we actually want it to sit, how level. So there we go. So I actually want to pick this up and then make it sit nice and level to my eye. So we'll tighten that up, and then we'll do this side, make sure it sits nice and level to my eye. It's helping that I'm on a very level surface. Oh, that dropped down for me a little bit. I mean, you could get super technical and put a level on this if you wanted extreme level, but yeah, it's just going to sit in my garage. Tighten that up. Tighten that up. Okay guys, there we go. We have it fully installed. It took me maybe a minute, maybe a little more, but it's pretty straightforward. And I mean, this thing, the build quality on this thing is actually pretty good. It's aluminum, and I'm not sure what this is, but I'm pretty sure it's aluminum. There is some plastic here, especially right here. That's plastic. This piece right here is plastic. Some of these connectors are plastic. The feet are plastic, but you know what? This main body, I mean, it's sturdy. Now this will hold 6 rods, and my use for this is going to be simply storing the rods in my garage that I use the most. It'll hold 3 of my rods that I use the most, and 3 of my wife's rods that she uses the most, so we don't constantly have to go to the big storage rack where I store a lot of my specialty rods. I don't use my salmon rods every day. I don't use my big cat rods every day. Those go in the storage rack, but my Ugly Stiks, my medium action 7-foot, my medium action 6 one-piece will go in here, and my light action Ugly Stik will probably go in here. My wife will probably have the same assortment. I'll let her pick hers. I'm not going to speak for her. She's going to use what she likes to use the most. I mean, there's really not much to it, guys. It's pretty straightforward, but I'll tell you what, if you're looking for a 6-rod holder like this, I definitely would consider picking this one up. It's aluminum, so it's not going to rust. You can put it on your boat. There's some slots here on the feet so that you could anchor it to something if you wanted to. You could put some screws in here for sure. If you were using it to maybe go in a boat or on a deck or a dock or whatever you wanted to put this on, you could definitely anchor it if you chose to. I think it's going to do a good job of keeping my rods off the ground and keep them safe. Right now I find that even though I have good fishing rod storage, I tend to lean my rods that I use the most up against the wall or up against the workbench, and they get moved around a lot, and I think that they're probably more apt to get broken that way. Now that I'm adding this to my collection of fishing things, I think that it's going to be a good addition. It's going to do what I needed to do, and I think it's definitely going to solve the problem that I had. So, you know, thumbs up for Plusino, and I think that they have an awesome product here. I'm pretty happy with it, and I'm not saying that because they gave it to me for free. I'm saying that because it's my true opinion of it. I would never tell you guys something or steer you guys wrong that I didn't believe in. And if I would open this up and it was crap, I would have told you it was crap. But you know what? I'm actually very happy with it. I don't know that if they wouldn't have reached out to me that I would have found it. So I'm going to put a link in the description below on where you can get it on Amazon, because it's a newer product and it's not something you hear too much about, at least not in my neck of the woods. Plusino, I looked at their site a little bit. They have a lot of interesting things on there. And hopefully that they'll send me some more things to check out. I think they had some very interesting rod concepts and some very interesting net concepts and some very interesting kids fishing stuff too. So we'll see what they come up with. Well, guys, I think that's probably going to be it for this video. If you're considering buying this Plusino fishing rack, it is definitely mobile. It could definitely be used for other purposes. It's built very solid. And I say it's a buy. So take my word for it, guys. Go pick one up if you're looking into it. And thanks for watching On the Creek. Remember, guys, get out there and live.